I've been selling vintage dinner jackets in Fulham and Chelsea for the last, I don't know, is it 40 years? Probably it's a long time since we started all that. And it's a strange thing, when back 30 years ago, the only one that everybody asked for was the double-breasted, nice old one, like their grandfather's one from the 1950s. Everybody wanted this style, and that lasted for quite a while. I think until there was it might have been when Daniel Craig took over as James Bond, suddenly it changed back to the old faithful 1960s shawl collar like this. And this is one of the easiest ones to wear, really. I've never really favoured double-breasted for evening wear. I think you want to be comfortable, you want to dance. You don't want a jacket you're constantly unbuttoning. And the predecessor of the double-breasted was the peak lapel single button 1930s style. That's the one that I like, and you can marry that with any style of trousers, either the 1920s, 1960s tapered line or the 1930s, 40s wider leg. But of course, all these when this became really popular again, like 30 years ago, nobody wanted to wear the trousers that actually did come with it, which were about that wide at the bottom. And in the 1960s and 1950s, people that still had this that they bought in the 1940s, a lot of people had their trousers tapered, sometimes too much towards the teddy boy style. I've got a pair here that have been quite excessively, I think people would be quite happy to wear them now. See, this is how wide they should be. To complement the double-breasted style, they should be quite wide like that at the bottom. But I think I've got a pair here that's been sort of butchered. Now, these are now really narrow. You can see the difference. These two pairs are about the same size, but this is almost twice as wide as these that have been tapered just here. Yeah, it's nearly twice as wide. And when you look, they tailor very nicely. Didn't actually cut the seam. The seam is now an inch and a half either side of the seam. So these have been taken a lot on both sides. So these are, I'd say, just about 6 inches wide there. Previously there would have been, probably 20-inch bottoms, maybe it would have been about 10 inches wide. And now, also, not only the bottoms changed, but the top. Most older dinner jackets will have braces and they'll be high cut because you would never ever go out with a dinner jacket without a cummerbund. Now it's a forgotten piece, and even patent shoes, which people quite correctly wore, you don't see now. You see people going out wearing dinner jackets. They've got a pair of black brogues or something. I won't go into Hollywood black tie because I don't want to get into a fierce temper. But yeah, lots of really great quality barathea until the rot set in maybe late 70s. And people started going for lighter weight dinner jackets with polyester mixes. And in fact, if you look at these old ones, the lining, it's lovely old cottons. And then there's one point, and I'm going to forgive the tailors at the time because it was all new, exciting, and space age and everything else. But they started making pockets out of nylon. Oh, this is still a pocket. Let's find a line of nylon. Yeah, now here it is. Yeah, these are nylon. And it didn't last very long. People soon learnt quite quickly that it was pretty disgusting and stopped using it, thank heaven. But even good tailors used nylon because it was the new thing. Now, after the shawl collar and the double-breasted, the most popular one now that's sold more than anything else is this classic shawl collar with a fairly classic safe pairs of trousers, which are not high-rise and they're not. People wear them too tapered, of course, but this is a lovely one. But, now we get modern materials. Now this is made by Geeves. Well, it's made by Geeves, but I know it was made by Wensum in Mauritius, even if it says made in England. And this is much lighter weight material, very classic cut trousers, not too wide, quite safe to wear that kind of thing. Now there's another little thing. When you had a dinner jacket made, you might have had a pair of evening tails made at the same time. And a lot of people think it's obligatory with your evening tails to wear the double stripe. If you find an old evening tails, it's going to have a double stripe trousers. Doesn't mean you've got to wear and only got to wear double stripe trousers. This was just so that you could quickly identify which pair of trousers you had, because you might have a different pair of trousers with your dinner jacket to your evening tails. And you see with the balance, this is quite a wide bottom. This is probably, I'd say maybe 20-inch bottoms there. Beautiful tailoring, and the balance would be for a wider trouser. And if you think that's not elegant, let's take a look at Fred Astaire with his trousers flapping around.